Okay, so my group did their service project on a wash and fold laundry service. So we named the service Cougs Help Cougs with Their Laundry Wash and Fold Laundry Service. So the laundry service is a pickup and delivery. So we pick up the laundry from your apartment, dorm, house, wherever, take it to the main location, wash, dry, fold, do whatever service you wanted us to, and then we return it back to your place. And this is basically solving the issue that pertains to laundry. So laundry can become very overwhelming for college students because they can be very busy with homework or with any extracurriculars that they're doing, like clubs or any other activities, even work. And so they might not have a lot of time to do laundry. So this service would take away, it would do the laundry for them. So it would take away that responsibility that they have to do. And we would have an app, or you could order online or over the phone and do your laundry that way. So our main question is, why would this be a good idea to have in Pullman? So first of all, there's no other laundry service like this in Pullman. They do have laundromats and dry cleaning, but the only thing is neither one of those have a delivery service, and that's why this service idea is unique, especially in Pullman. So there are laundry services in other places and in big cities and states, just not Pullman. So we have laundromats and dry cleaners. The only thing is you have to go to them in person. So if somebody doesn't have reliable transportation, or they can't get to the bus or whatnot, then they might not be able to get to the laundromat or the dry cleaners. And the laundromat, they still have to do their own laundry. So they have to make sure that they have enough time. So they have to make sure that their day is pretty open so they can go to the laundromat. So this would provide them with, a way for their laundry to get done without them having to take a whole day to do their laundry, or they won't need the transportation because we're picking it up and taking it to get clean for them. Another thing is Pullman really loves local businesses, especially if they're run by Wazoo or Wazoo students. Pullman loves Wazoo. Cougs help Cougs. So if it's a small local business that's run by Wazoo, then Pullman would love to help, and it's just going to thrive. So we did some background research and looked at very similar services. So there's what's called Dorm Mom. And Dorm Mom, they have the laundry service. They have other services like cleaning apartments and dorms, but they have the laundry service where they come in and they do your laundry for you. There's also doing laundry as a college student is the worst. And there's this is basically a blog that talks about how college students don't have time to do laundry. And, they're so focused on their schoolwork, or they have an actual job, or maybe they have sports or something, and they're not focused on doing their laundry. And doing their laundry can take a lot of time, and you can do homework while there's a load in, but then when it's done, you have to go take care of it, and it can just completely distract you from homework. And so there's also called Wash Club, and Wash Club is a very similar service. So you go online and you decide what kind of loads you want, you personalize your order and they come and grab your laundry and they wash it for you. And this is available in 12 different states. So it's a huge service um, for wash and dry laundry delivery pickup services. So there is actually a YouTuber and blogger, her name is Dana White, and she said that she actually tried these services and they're not worth the price. So she said that the price was expensive and you might as well do your laundry at home if it's charging you an out-of-pocket ungodly amount of money. And so we want to make sure that we're having a fair price for all of the college students. We don't want to charge them too much because then they're not going to use the laundry service. If you charge them too much money, then they might as well go and do their own laundry or go somewhere else and do it. But you don't want to charge them too much or else the college students aren't going to use it. So we did take surveys and we asked Wazoo students about their thoughts on a laundry service. Now our main target is Wazoo, like our target market are Wazoo students. However, we would want to see people like Wazoo staff or faculty or Pullman residents, people who aren't students. We would like to see them use this service as well, but our main target are Wazoo students because those are the ones who are super busy all the time and just can't get around to laundry or just don't like doing it. So we went ahead and asked them questions in the survey. So these numbers pertain only to Wazoo students. So we asked them if they would even utilize this service, because if a ton of people say they're not going to, then we have to find a different service than this one. We can't further explore because we haven't seen any interest. Well, over 55% actually said that they would be interested and they would utilize this service. So we're going to go ahead and explore more about it. So we wanted to ask people if they even liked doing their laundry, because they love doing their laundry, then they're not going to want someone else to do it for them. But about 40% said that they're indifferent. They don't like it, they don't hate it, they just don't care. But luckily more people said no than yes. So we do have some people who don't like doing their laundry at all. And then we wanted to know, what they're willing to pay. The YouTuber Dana White, she said that it wasn't worth the price. And so, if we knew how much she would be willing to pay, then the service would be able to get a price and would be able to match her idea, and she would be more willing. So we asked them, and more, majority said that they would pay a little bit. Nobody said that they would pay a lot, which is understandable because all we're doing is just picking up your laundry from your place and washing it for you. But a lot of people said that they would pay a little bit or a moderate amount. And some people actually did say that they wouldn't pay anything. But we wanted to know what a little bit was, so we asked them a dollar amount. And so we're paying by the hour because you can't pay by the service because there are multiple services that we're going to offer. And we're not going to charge, or have you pay by the load because, loads can be different sizes. So it's just easier to do by the hour. But we asked, and 50% said $10 per hour. $20, nobody said that. That would be way too expensive. And then a majority of people said that they have no idea what they would pay for. It's hard for people to think how much they would pay because they don't know how much is too much or how much is super cheap. It's kind of a new idea for people in Pullman. And so then we wanted to ask them what services that they would like to see. And we don't want to provide any services that people aren't going to use. So we want to make sure that whatever we're offering, Wazoo wants. So washing and drying, of course, people want to see that because that's the whole service. But so people didn't really care about ironing. I mean, we had some people, but that wasn't, super prominent, like washing and drying. And even folding wasn't super far behind washing and drying, but it's still, in the middle of those and ironing. So then we asked people about folding laundry. So we wanted to say or know if they have big piles of laundry just in their room. And so a lot of people, more than 55%, said yes, that at some point they have a pile of clean laundry, whether it's on the floor or on the couch or wherever in a laundry basket, that they have laundry that's clean, that they don't have time or they just don't want to fold it. Very little people said no, and a majority, or a lot of people, excuse me, said that they sometimes. So very little people don't have a pile of laundry somewhere in their place at some point. So we wanted to know also what people's laundry room situations were. We wanted to know if they had their own unit, which we will ask again in a later question, but we wanted to know if they had to schedule their time in, or if they have an actual laundry room, if it's shared, whatnot. And a lot of people, a majority, said that they share. So it's really interesting because we want to know, are you sharing? And if you are, then think about using our service, because then you won't have to worry about if there's a free machine or not. So we also asked people how they do their laundry. Very little people said that they go to a friend's house and there's some other way than an apartment or their parents' house, but most people said that they do it at their apartment or their dorm. Not a lot of people said they go back to their parents' house, which would be very inconvenient to go to somebody else's place to do your laundry. So we also wanted to ask them about promotions. We would like to establish a loyalty program, but we want to know what other promotions people are interested in. So we asked if they would like something where the first X number of times you use it, then it's free the 11th time or something, for example. So we wanted to know if this would prompt them to use our service. And about 72% said that it would, which is great because we know that, there is a lot of interest to use this laundry service. But 22% around there said maybe, which is great because, we can still convince them, but, they're kind of on the fence about this service. So then we asked people, what their living situation is like, if they live in like a community, dorm, apartment kind of thing, and if they have something in unit. So if people have a washer and dryer in their actual apartment, they're less likely to use this service. However, if they're super busy and they just don't have a lot of time, then they might think about it more. But over 50% of the people said that they do have a washer and dryer. So, we're kind of hoping that if people don't have a lot of time, then they're going to go ahead and use our service. And that's really what we want. We want to make sure that, if people don't have enough time, that we can do it for them. We want people to know, hey, it's hard to balance everything. We don't want laundry to be something else you have to worry about. So then we also wanted to know, is this service helpful? If it's not helpful, then we're not solving a problem here. And that's the whole goal, is to solve the problem. So over 50% of the people said maybe. And it would be hard to say a for sure yes or no if you haven't used this service yet. But some people did say yes or no. Thankfully, more people said yes, it would be helpful than people who said it wouldn't. But like I said, the people who are maybe, probably the people who would like to try this service. People aren't really sure about it. So if they tried it, then they could actually give more information. And then, so we asked people about the price, but then we wanted to know how they would like to pay. If they wanted something about subscription, they pay X amount of dollars a month for X amount of laundry done per month, whatever, or if they wanted to pay as they go. And so a lot of people were kind of indifferent and didn't really care if they had a subscription or if they paid by use, but the majority said that they would want to pay per use. And so then we asked them if their friends and peers would utilize it. Recommending services or places to friends is a huge way for people to get new customers. And so, you know, if people have friends who would utilize this service, they might say, hey, I want you to try this with me. Or, hey, I think this would be very good for you. So a lot of people said maybe, but not far behind, a lot of people said probably. And so it's great to know that their friends would utilize this service, because then they're going to prompt someone else to use it. So if your friends use it, then you're going to be more apt to use it. All right, so the description. So our location would be in downtown Pullman. It's going to be close to everybody. Like I said before, you know, Wazoo students are going to be closer to campus, in or around campus. But we want the laundry service to be, you know, in the middle of Pullman, because it's going to be easy access for everybody. Although our target market is not surrounding the location, and I'll talk about this more, in the summer, not as many people are going to be surrounding Wazoo. So we want to make sure that it's centralized in the city, so everybody who's going to be using this service can easily access it. Also, because, excuse me, so ours is different from the other laundry services around town. So for one, we wash the clothes for the patron. Now, dry cleaners do the same thing, but you won't take, you know, a normal t-shirt to the dry cleaners. So we would do regular laundry loads and dry cleaning, but also we would do a pickup delivery service. So that's going to distinguish us from a self-service laundromat or a dry cleaners that can't provide those service. And our goal for this is to offer an affordable price, competitive prices to attract college students. Like I said, and like the YouTuber Dana White has said, that if it's too high, people aren't going to pay for it, especially college students. They are going to find a cheaper way to do their laundry. So you want to make sure that your prices are high enough, but that they're low enough, because college students aren't going to want to pay too much. So these are actually our prices for our services. So you can see wash and dry includes $15 per bag, and you would fill up a 13-gallon bag. It also includes free air dry and delicate wash and reusable bags. Now, pickup and delivery, the price would change depending on how soon you want your laundry. So the sooner you would like it, the faster you would like it, the price is going to become higher. Ironing, we only have one service under there, and it's just regular ironing for $2 an item. And then we also provide dry cleaning. And depending on the article of clothing that we are cleaning, it's going to go up in price. Shirts being the cheapest, then sweaters and jackets, bottoms and dresses being the most expensive. So core and supplementary products. So it's important to know which ones these are. So our core product, that's going to be our service that we're actually providing, which is going to be washing clothes and delivering them fresh and clean to the customer. So that's our actual service. That's our main thing that we're doing. You're going to get that no matter what. A basic washing your clothes, picking up your clothes and then going and doing a basic washing of the clothes and bringing them back. That is going to happen every single time. Supplementary products. are going to be extra services like ironing, dry cleaning, folding, whatever you would like us to do. That's going to change depending on the order. So what's also going to change depending on the order is the order taking and payment. So you can do it through the app, you can do it online, over the phone. It's going to change from order to order. Our target market. Okay, so I've said multiple times before, the target market is college students. And the reason we wanted to do college students is because they are slammed with homework, clubs, work, sports, whatever they do on their downtime. So they won't be able to find a lot of time to do laundry. And multiple places before, they said that, you know, that one place, laundry is horrible for students. You know, students just don't have time to do laundry. So we wanted to make sure that we were going to target them because they valued the convenience for someone else taking a responsibility off their back. However, during the summer, and this is why it would be centralized in downtown Pullman, because in the summer, you're losing a lot of students. So nobody's going to be in the dorms. A lot of the apartments are going to be vacant. And so a huge chunk of our customers are going to be gone. So our focus is going to start to shift to professors and people who work at Wazoo and Pullman residents, people who are going to stay in Pullman over the summer. Now, students are going to stay in Pullman over the summer, but it's not going to make as much of a, it's not going to be as much of a chunk of our customers as it was before. All right, so there is competition that we are going to have. The only thing though is that because we're so unique, the competition isn't going to be super strong. So we're the only laundry service that is going to be delivering and picking up laundry. We're also the only laundry service that is going to be doing your laundry for you, not just dry cleaning, but regular laundry as well. So currently there are 5 coin-operated laundry and dry cleaning services in Pullman. And we have an advantage because first, not many people have change on them. So coin-operated laundry and cleaning services aren't really used too much because people don't carry change with them. But also they have to go in person and they have to drop off their clothes at the dry cleaners, or they have to go to the laundromat and they have to stay there and do their laundry. So they still have to take time to go to wherever and either drop off their clothes or clean them themselves. So we get a huge advantage. So we do have competition. It's just not that strong because we have a unique service. So we do have some promotions. So the first thing is our title. Cougs help Cougs. When you see someone who goes to Wazoo, you instantly make a connection with them. When someone tells you that they're a Coug, you instantly feel connected to them. Cougs help Cougs. That's, you know, what we do. So this service, that's already getting us a jump because this is put on by Wazoo, it's for Wazoo, and people want to help college students. They want to help the Cougs. So we're also going to get promotion through relating to the target market. And this means that the people who are putting this on were college students. So we know what college students want. We know how busy the lives are and how it's hard to do laundry and find time to do that. So it's going to be really easy for us to, you know, help meet the needs of college students. We are the target market. We have friends who are part of the target market, so we're going to know what the needs are and how to meet them. And then we're also going to have promotions with the Daily Evergreen. So the Daily Evergreen is the Wazoo newspaper. And yes, people don't really read the newspaper, but thankfully they're on social media as well. But because they're a Wazoo run news program, they are going to advertise, hey, this new laundry service came out for Wazoo students, put on by Wazoo students. So they're going to definitely do the Cougs Help Cougs because they're going to want to put out, hey, this new Wazoo laundry service just opened up. You guys got to check it out, help them, everything. And then we have memberships. So memberships are going to be, including our loyalty program. And this is basically going to say, hey, we're going to give you rewards because you're using our service. We're going to give you discounts. Maybe we're going to give you 10% off ironing, different kinds of stuff. We're rewarding you because you're using our program. So we will have memberships. Also, free trial periods. So a lot of people said that they don't know if this is going to be helpful or not. And a lot of people said that they would be willing to try. So people are very nervous to spend money on something they're not sure about. So having a free trial period, even if people said no, they're not willing to try this, now that you're telling them it's free and they can try it once for free, then they're going to think about it because they're not going to lose anything. If anything, their clothes just aren't going to be as clean as they hoped. But, our hope is that with a free trial period, we're going to get a lot of people trying our service, and that's how we're going to get repeated business. And then we have coupons, and coupons are going to be like stamp cards, punch cards, buy one, get one kind of deals. So maybe, your first 10 orders and your 11th one free, something similar to that. All right, so we have our flyer here, and this would probably be something that's posted on social media, but it's basically just telling people, hey, do you have a hard time with laundry? Do you not fold it? Do you not have the time for it? We have a service for you. We're gonna wash your laundry, we're gonna fold it, and it's gonna come out nice and clean. So we also have our flow chart included, and this is going to start with the patron selecting their laundry service and go through them receiving their clean laundry. So they can do this on an app, online, or over the phone. So first things, they're going to select their laundry service. They're going to decide that they want wash and dry. They're going to have so many bags. They want maybe dry cleaning on top. They're going to select what services they want. And then they're going to select their pickup and delivery time. And depending on if they want 2 days or next day, they're going to choose that there. And they're going to choose the time they want it picked up. And then they're going to pay for their order. And then they're going to go ahead and package their dirty laundry into the 13-gallon bags. And then once they've done that and it's time for the pickup, they're going to give it to the driver, or they can even drop it outside their door and the driver could come pick it up if they're not home and let's say are at work or something. And then depending if they have next day or 2-day delivery, it's going to determine how long they're waiting for their laundry. And then they're going to receive it on the day and time that they pick. And lastly, we have our positioning map. So vertical axis is going to go convenient at the top, the inconvenient at the bottom. And then horizontal, on the left, you have cheap, and on the right, it's going to be those that are expensive. And so you can see that our laundry service is very high on the convenience scale. That is one of the most important things to us, is that it's convenient for college students. It's very inconvenient, to do laundry because it takes up so much time and it takes you away from your schoolwork or anything else you're doing. So you have to make time for it, which is very hard for college students. So we want it to be super convenient. It is going to be a little more expensive because you're going to have all these services that you can choose from, and the more services you add on, the more expensive it's going to be. But, if you just want basic dry and wash, it's not going to be that bad. We're not going to make it too expensive. So college students say that just like Dana White, that the service wasn't worth the price. We wanted to make sure that we have fair prices. So then you can see at the bottom, everything else is inconvenient. Laundromats, you have to drive to them. If you don't have transportation, then it's obviously very inconvenient because you can't get to them. You also have to do them by yourself. You have to wash your own laundry. Nobody's doing it for you. Same with coin operated machines. And like I said earlier, a lot of people don't carry change, and they have to make sure that they have the right amount of change and they have it with them when they go to do their laundry. And that becomes a pain because that's one more thing that they have to think about when they're doing their laundry. And also, an inconvenience would be going home and having your laundry done by mom and dad. If you live on the west side, that's at least 4-hour drive-ish. And if you're going there for the weekend anyways, and you bring your daily laundry, great, but you'd have to wait until you go there every few weeks or every break and have them do your laundry, and it can get very inconvenient, as well as doing your laundry from home or in a dorm. The dryers, washer and dryers are not always reliable. They'll break. They won't clean your laundry quite well. Maybe they won't dry it all the way, and it might have a weird kind of smell to it. So that is our service idea. We basically just wanted something that's very convenient for college students. We know that they're very busy, and laundry is just one more thing to add to their plate that they don't need. So if we can have a laundry service and we can help lighten the load and have something that's very convenient for them, then that's exactly our goal. We just want some fair prices for them, so it's worth using the service.